Reporting for Computer Insider, I'm Bob Pritchard. This certainly wouldn't have happened when King Billy sat on the throne at Microsoft. Cracks in the ranks simply weren't tolerated, but that was then and this is now. Microsoft's longtime partner Intel says that they can't muster up much enthusiasm for Windows 8. The chip giant has posted some pretty dismal third-quarter results, which weren't themselves a big surprise given Intel's pre-announcement and all the lackluster PC data in the recent weeks. But what's a little jarring is Intel's cautious forecast about the fourth quarter, a period that should be benefiting from the launch of Windows 8. Historically, PC demand rises with a new operating system release, and computer makers were expected to make the same from Windows 8. However, it's becoming increasingly clear that lackluster PC sales may not revive much despite Windows 8, and the fact doesn't bode well for computer makers and the companies who provide components. It bodes even worse for Microsoft, which has essentially bet its business on the success of Windows 8. The software giant has redesigned the user interface to include more tablet and smartphone-like features, including touch capabilities, but it's unclear whether consumers will embrace the changes. Intel says their PC business should grow at about half its normal rate in the second half of the year and predicts its fourth quarter revenue should slide about 2% from the previous year. The uncertainty means PC makers like Hewlett-Packard, Dell, and others are being cautious with their production plans. The companies have portrayed Windows 8 as the computer market savior, the big opportunity to compete with Apple's iPad and other mobile devices that have been hurting PC sales. But right now, they don't know what the demand will be like for Windows 8. The introduction of touch as an element to Windows 8 computers will only drive up costs at a time when consumers are minding their budgets. And even with new features, PCs will still have to compete with tablets and smartphones, including a possibly smaller and less expensive iPad. So far, consumers have largely opted for smartphones and tablets instead of computers. The big question remains whether Windows 8 can change that. While it's probably still too soon to tell how consumers will respond to Windows 8, one thing is clear. If a new operating system can't spur enthusiasm for PCs, well, maybe nothing can. Reporting for Computer Insider, I'm Bob Pritchard.